Any evidence that this was more sinister than bad luck followed by a cover-up, I want to know.
Fine.
And if there are still patients out there who received implants from a defective batch...
Bring them in.
With utmost discretion, please.
No leaks.
I am relying on you to keep this under control, you know.
That's my desk.
Yes, and I've asked Miss Shah to cast an objective eye over all the paperwork, particularly that pertaining to your implant cases.
You enjoying this?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to clear up your mess.
Yeah, well, I don't need your help.
Circumstances would suggest otherwise, wouldn't they?
As soon as I find Sunil, this is over.
I take it he's still managing to elude your grasp.
Don't worry, I'll catch him.
I hope so.
Yes.
Bad time? Shouldn't really. Got lunch later with the Board of Trustees. Got to give them an update on the FT application.
We're going to plan, isn't it?
Unless you know otherwise.
No. It's all fine, my end.
We're so close I can taste it. Hub. Ah, Spence. How's my plastics unit?
Yeah, it's all good.
Glad to hear it. Right. I'll leave you to it.
I hope you're cooperating with Miss Shah.
Well, I'm just hoping she doesn't dig up anything else on Sunil.
Right. What do you want?
I need a straight answer from you.
Let's see what the question is first, shall we?
If I don't find that lying son of a bitch, what's going to happen to me?
It depends.
On?
How ugly it gets and how public.
Are you setting me up?
I didn't say that.
Because if I take the heat for this, I am
As shocking as it may
There's
seem.
no second act for me, all right? I
entirely
have 4
believe
kids, an alimony the size of Mount Fuji, my wife's
So it's
mortgage.
about the money, is it?
No, it's about not getting screwed.
This is no time to panic, Mr. Spence. You have a career to salvage and I have a hospital to protect. Those two things are not necessarily mutually exclusive. So, if you continue to cooperate with Miss Shah and her investigations fail to unearth anything more sinister, we may yet carve a path through this minefield.
This is Henrik Hanssen. Please leave a message.
Well?
I compared the costs of the implants with previous batches across the last 2 years.
And?
And the defective ones were half the price.
So Sunil Bharti knew exactly what he was doing.
It was a coincidence otherwise.
There were no other cheap batches.
No.
So this only started after he arrived at Holby.
It looks that way.
Right. How many women are there still out there with these?
2.
Have you called them?
Yes, they're on their way here.
Do they know why?
Not yet.
Next step?
Explain the problem, offer them corrective surgery.
And gently persuade them not to go public.
Best of luck with that one.
No, I'd like you to deal with it, please.
No, wait, these are my patients.
You can talk them through the surgical detail. I want Miss Shah to deal with the emotional fallout.
Right.
Problem?
No.
Mendacity never did suit you, Miss Shah.
Well, I was supposed to go to a kids' assembly.
Oh, I see. Ah, Sir Fraser has left the building.
Good.
The implant women arrived yet?
One of them, Zoe Clinton.
Spare me the details, please. Any word on Sunil Bhatti?
Not yet.
Well, if there's anything positive to report, I'll be in my office. Come in.
Sorry to bother you.
Always a pleasure to hear that well-polished brogue.
There's a patient asking to see you up in Darwin.
I don't have any patients on Darwin.
She belongs to Mr. Spence.
So find him.
He's in theatre, and she's demanding to see you.
Then you'll have to disappoint her, won't you?
Miss Shaw says she's a top priority.
Do you have a name?
No. She's a breast cancer case.
Defective.
The shell membrane of the implant is slightly permeable, which, in the instance of a rupture, can give rise to bleed.
Bleed.
Leaking.
Of?
Silicon gel. Ah, at last.
My sentiments exactly.
Mrs. Kennedy.
Miss Sharwood, don't hesitate to contact my office if you, I thought you were the one person I could rely on.
I am.
You left her in complete ignorance of the facts for over
We
an
were
hour.
on our way to theatre when
More
she arrived.
excuses.
I did not ask to be dragged into this.
So, corrective surgery on both patients went well. They seem relatively happy. I think we're home and dry.
No threat of litigation?
None.
Exposure to the media?
Nope.
Well, could you thank Miss Shah for her efforts when you see her?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Anything else?
No.
Hanssen. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Henrik Hanssen, Director of Surgery.
Excuse me.
As Miss Clinton has kindly outlined for us, our plastics department has discovered a problem with a very small batch of defective silicone breast implants. Obviously, this is a very sensitive issue, with both the health and privacy of our patients of paramount concern to the hospital.
This isn't about the patients.
We have
It's about covering your
all the
backs.
parties affected, and they have each received successful corrective. Now, as you'll appreciate, Miss Clinton has just undergone surgery, so I think we'll call a halt there. Thank you. Mr. Douglas, would you like to return Miss Clinton to the ward, please?
My lip on straight.
As a die.
Oh, Mr. Hanssen. Do you get my letter?
What letter?
I left you a letter this morning.
Oh, do be quiet.